listening to WSVR, The Survivor, broadcasting at 92.1 FM. Good neighbor.
Hello, I'm Dave, and this is Musicians Mod for Fallout 4. We've packed in over 100 tracks from these bands, fully voiced NPCs, band t-shirts that are actually useful, and a completely customizable radio station right across from the memory den. All of the music in this mod starts out on holotapes that you'll find throughout the Commonwealth, each song on its own holotape, so that you can customize your radio playlist and preview the tracks while you're working on getting the station back online. For your help in repairing the station, you'll get control of which songs play on the air and also a share of the advertising revenue whenever you add those to the broadcast. The station will already have a handful of holotapes loaded when you complete the repair quest, but surely there are people starting to make music again, right? That's the main idea behind this mod. You get to build your own station and choose who gets their stuff on the radio. Once you've repaired the station, you can go out and find more holotapes to add to the radio playlist. Those will be selected randomly. We'll talk a little bit more about those later. For now, let's go over to the third rail, and I'll show you where we have another actor waiting. While we head over, let's talk a little bit about how awesome all of the contributors to this mod are. The music is nothing short of stellar. Some of the bands even made entirely new music just for this mod. The voice acting is great. The advertisements especially I like. They're spot on. They're Fallout specific. They're entertaining and funny. And of course, I can't sit here handing out thank yous without mentioning Erik Todd Dellums. For those of you who played Fallout 3, you'll recognize Erik as the voice of Three Dog, which is kind of a big deal for me personally and a lot of other people too, who were sad to see that he wasn't in the game to begin with. So Erik, thank you so much. You filled a void for me and for so many other people who wanted you to be in the game in the first place, and you sound great, like you always do, man.
Excuse me.
You'll know this guy with that sweet octopus shirt he's wearing. We'll talk about band t-shirts in a minute, but before we do, I want to drive home a point about the radio station. Something that I think is really unique about this mod is that you can customize the playlist on the radio station. That means whichever holotapes you load into the radio station's autoloader, which is upstairs once you go in and find your way around, those are the songs that get picked to play over the radio, and they're randomly selected. If you don't like a song, you can pull it out. It'll never play over the airwaves. If you want some of the older songs that came in the vanilla version of the game, we've added those in as well. Each of those has its own holotape, and you'll find it throughout the Commonwealth as well. So again, yeah, you can customize your playlist. You can pick what's on the air, and I don't think that's been done before, which is super cool. Over in Diamond City's market, there's a new vendor promoting all the bands who've contributed to this mod. He's selling shirts and hats and bathrobes, and each of them has a stat boost that's at least somewhat related to the band. Savants of Soul, for example, has a shirt that will enhance your charisma, because that's kind of their thing. Velociraptor's shirt has a graphic on it that's a raptor carrying a whole bunch of stuff, so that one's going to increase your carry weight. All of the band merchandise that this vendor sells has been modeled after real-world examples, whether it was a t-shirt or a sticker or some kind of graphic. All of this is the real deal. You can probably buy some of it on the band's websites if you look hard enough. Here's just a few examples. One more note about the clothing is that you can wear armor on top of it. So not only do you get a stat boost based on what clothing you're wearing, but you can keep that and then put armor on top of it without having to choose between something that'll get you through a firefight and then something that'll get you through a conversation. Put on your Locochino shirt, put on your combat armor, and go rule the world.